Welcome back to Libras React. Today we're watching Tiger King, Season 1, Episode 6, The Noble Thing to Do. Yeah. I think we're both just excited to get into this one. Was it the last one where Travis was killed? Yeah. That was a pretty heavy episode, and I'm just wondering what happens next, basically. So, let's watch.
I was asked to bail Jeff out of jail 2 times. The very first time was when he beat up and strangled his first wife, Kathy Lowe. She went and confronted him because he was being Mr. Show-Off with Lauren, his mistress at that time, but he got violent with her.
So he knew his past.
The second time was in Vegas. They caught him sneaking cups into hotels and shit.
Lauren and I leased a big home in Las Vegas. We had tigers in our house, and it got me in trouble. Animal control stormed the place like we were El Chapo, because I had 2 baby cats up there.
The animals weren't all that was taken. Marshals impounded multiple semi-automatic handguns and rifles.
You know what? I should have took that as a very strong warning.
You think?
He is a predator. A hardcore predator.
Duh!
Jeffrey Lowe, I am adjudicating you guilty, and I'm ordering that you surrender any animals that were confiscated. You will stay out of trouble. That means no illegal activity.
When Lauren and I came back from Las Vegas, Joe was locking me out of the online bank accounts. So we snuck back and went to the bank. I wanted 12 months worth of bank statements because he wasn't providing me the bank statements. I went up to my cashier. She goes, "You okay over there?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" And she goes, She goes, "I'm thinking that Joe was being investigated by somebody." "By who?" She goes, "It was a federal warrant." And I said, "Really? Can you tell me what it's at?" She goes, "That's all I know." The feds were watching him.
I bet that was fun for the feds.
In fucking trouble, Joe. And I came here to save your ass.
How
You forged my name 20 fucking times on cash checks.
Just in that 12 months, while he was running for the governor of Oklahoma, we found, I think, $88,000 some in misappropriated spending.
I don't give a flying fuck. You lost that when you fucked with Carol Baskin. That's not my fault. It's your fault.
Whoa.
You can't funnel and embezzle money.
He had spent $60,000 in campaign brochures and printing and signs and T-shirts and condoms with his picture on it.
It says campaign, paid by the park. That's illegal. They already told me you're being investigated for something else, but they wouldn't tell me what it is. And when shit hits the fan, I don't need another felony.
I don't need another felony.
Then do it, and I'll run this park the right way.
Neither of them can run the park the right way.
I didn't have a clue where he was going, what he was going to do.
He comes in the office, distraught, tears in his eyes. Never seen this except for when Travis killed himself. Wipe all the computers, get out of here. He said, "I don't know what's about to happen, but Jeff Lowe's taking the park from me."
What's so bad that he needs to wipe computers?
Yeah, what?
He really got paranoid, like a little birdie had told him something's wrong.
Transported a bunch of different animals. I took 2 baby tigers to California. There was $5,000 exchanged in Branson, Missouri.
Branson, Missouri.
We thought Jeff literally was taking everything away from him.
Oh, poor cats. What are they doing?
That was the last day that Joe was allowed on the park. I told Joe, "If you come on his property again, I'll shoot you in the head." "You know, he's threatening to kill me. If I come back on the park, he's gonna kill me."
I love when he does his Joe voice.
And that's
Clearly
probably
he ended up
the
in
last
jail,
time I
though.
will ever see Joe Exotic.
Poor guy. I think he was in love with Joe. It's so obvious. Undisclosed location. Oh, there's Dylan.
Gimp. Look, it's lunch. It's lunch.
Ooh.
I'm glad to see him finally in his final spot. This is where they're gonna stay.
Oh.
would rather just get away. I got new phones. They can't track me. They can't do nothing.
Joe, you don't seem like your regular self.
Just 20 years of blood, sweat, and tears, and every dime I had, and I am done.
You're done.
I'm done.
Go get a real job.
And who's the winner in this? Is it Carol?
Nobody.
Is it PETA? Is it Jeff?
In the long run, it's going to be the animal rights people.
And what about Carol?
I still think that she deserves to sit in jail for killing her husband. But I truly believe in karma. And a few people got some karma coming.
Joe was on the run, and he told
Joe
everyone
was on the
that
run.
Jeff had a hit out on him, and Jeff was going to kill him, and that's why he left the park. You know, why does an innocent guy buy a burner phone? We tried to narrow down where he was, but we just could never pinpoint his location.
Wow. Didn't know he would be so good at hiding out.
Hey, Joe, sorry, my phone just cut out. Listen, I just went to the zoo.
Yeah, they've already called and said you've been there. That's how fast word travels down here.
To jail?
As soon as he was gone, anything and everything
my
that had
favorite.
his image went on the burn pile. Word on the street is that Joe left to get his ass out of trouble.
The day after Joe left, Jeff and Lauren pulled together the morning meeting and they said, look, Joe Exotic's going down.
Why is he still there?
I just have an icy, cold, stabbing
Because you're in
feeling
love
going
with
through
him.
my heart. It was just Christ Almighty. What has Joe gotten into?
Joe used money from the zoo running for president and governor. Is Joe nervous about that? I don't know. I mean, only Joe knows the truth, so he's either nervous about that or he's nervous about getting his ass kicked. I don't know. Supposedly, I guess he solicited somebody to kill Carol Baskin.
What?
I mean, we've all said it, you know, somebody needs to kill the bitch. I mean, I can't tell you how many times everybody said it. You know, nobody's ever really just said how they're going to kill him. They just said, I wish somebody killed that bitch. I wish the bitch was dead.
Do I believe that Joe hired someone to kill someone? No. No, Joe doesn't have that in him, one bit. But do I believe that Joe had a conversation with someone and said, man, I wish Carol was dead? Absolutely. He said it 100 times.
One time I was on the park and Joe's talking to me. He says, hey, I hear you can take care of a problem for me in Florida. And I said, what problem would that be? He says, Carol Baskin. I said, no, I can't. I can't and I won't.
Well, you're smart.
You see sides of it.
When I do become psychotic, that's my going to Tampa gun.
Jeff Lowe's a felon.
A lot of
He's
them
done
look like
numerous
they've done
things.
drugs.
I know he
Or-
strangled his
yeah.
first wife in the past. Alan, Jeff Lowe's right-hand man, he's a felon. I don't know it for a fact, but James Garrison ought to be a felon. Not only did he
He's
get
just a
trouble for pulling
perv.
a gun on somebody. This is the same
Yeah.
man that sold me a stolen Hummer. Until this day, I still think there's a case pending in Garvin County over it.
What's going on?
What's happening?
How much?
Oh, God. This guy.
How's business?
He's the perv. You can just tell he's a perv. And he owns strip clubs. Yeah.
I heard that Joe tried to hire someone to kill Carol.
He's been trying to get somebody to kill Carol for years. The first time I met and discussed the whole murder for hire, we were sitting in a meeting. Joe's in his little office back there. Jeff was right here. And they were talking about the easiest way to kill Carol.
What would killing Carol do? Jeff was in on it? Is that what they're saying? You know?
And she's riding like the Wicked Witch of the West. And Joe says, look at this bitch. She rides this entire bike trail, and there's nobody around. He says, that's where you got to hit her. That's where I got to get her. Somebody take a shot from the bushes and get her right there.
And then Jeff Lowe goes to Google Earth and shows the bike path right by Big Potato Rescue and stuff. And he's like, oh, you can just sit right here and then shoot her while she's riding her bike. And so Jeff Lowe knew more about the schematic.
Jeez. I wonder if they actually attempted this.
Joe talked about killing this woman. If it wasn't a daily basis, it was definitely every week.
Joe brought it up several times. He said, I know anybody can kill the lady. I just put it off as, bullshit. I came in the office one day and he's like, well, I got this crossbow. You can use this on her nature trail wherever she walks. You can shoot her with this and nobody'd ever see it. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I can see me walking around Florida with a fucking camouflage suit on, okay, but a fucking crossbow? Give me a break.
Well, Joe came to me one day, just out of the blue. He says, you think Alan could kill somebody? I said, is he capable of it? I said, of course, who's not?
I was like, I'll cut her fucking head off for you if you want. And he was all into that. I said, would you like me to bring it back? No, get rid of it in the swamp. I was like, okay, will do.
Is he the one that went to the police, maybe? Because he hated Joe.
Yeah,
he hated Joe.
And it said, finally found where the bitch lives. The fuck are you doing, you know? What are you, stupid?
Clearly he's stupid.
We're not done yet. We're still gonna dig up Carol's ass. Before I'm done with this, I'm gonna have the bitch's head in a jar.
I told Lauren, I said, you know what? I'm calling James Garrettson, and I want to meet.
So Jeff Lowe decided, hey, let's meet at Applebee's. Jeff Lowe claims Joe's doing all this illegal stuff. He said, I want to get rid of that zoo. I want to get out of that headache.
And I said, call Carol Baskin and tell her for $500,000, I will hand her Joe on a silver platter with all the crimes I know he's committed.
I said, sure, I'll do it. He offered me $100,000 to do it.
Carol's phone rang and saw that it was the 405 number and did not answer it. And then a text came in that said, if you want information against Joe, return the call.
Oh my God. This is getting good.
To the law enforcement.
See, they're smart.
I get a call. I'm like, who is this? And he says, I'm Special Agent Matt Brown with U.S. Fish and Wildlife. I'm like, really?
So it's Fish and Wildlife that's going after him.
The FBI agents, it's just they're mostly focused on animals, not people.
But I don't have anything to do with any of this.
Yeah.
Other than the lemur, I got my ass in a pinch and the feds fucking twisted my arm over that and shit.
I had bought a lemur with bogus paperwork. They said, you know, I'm probably going to get a charge.
A lemur.
I thought about it for a couple weeks and I was like, do I want to get involved in this? And I thought it was a noble thing to do.
Just because he has a lemur. Confidential informant. Oh my God, I missed that part. He's a CI.
All conversations with Joe and Jeff. I had to keep track of them.
Record
and
conversations.
figured out what they were planning.
Who is James Garrettson in all of this? And why is he working for the feds?
What?
He's so cute.
News for me.
He's so innocent. I know. That's news to me.
It has nothing to do with that lemur.
The damn lemur.
This is the mastermind behind illegal credit cards. He sold John Rinky a stolen Hummer. As far as I know, they could have busted him with a whole bunch of stolen shit.
Joe knows every dirt on everybody.
That him is a lie. The man is just a walking Chucky doll.
Dude! A walking Chucky doll? Joe is my favorite person ever. He's so funny. A walking Chucky doll.
Already picked Alan Glover for the hit. So I told the FBI Glover was going to actually do it.
But was he though?
Nobody at the park knew about the undercover stuff. Not even Jeff Lowe.
So when I'm told, well, there's a credible threat now, I'm like, there's been a credible threat all of this time. You just caught on to it in the last few days.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah.
I heard that Glover was going to knife her. Then I heard a gun. Joe, he didn't really get into detail. I think he was just leaving that up to the hitman.
Was Alan really gonna do it? I don't know.
And when I talked to Glover, Glover was mean and nasty. He said, if anybody at the park rats me out or whatever, I'll kill every one of these motherfuckers.
The plan was hide, hunt, find this woman, and Joe fucking put his trust in me to do it.
He's clearly not in jail in this clip. Yeah. Maybe he was playing Joe.
And then Alan Glover disappeared. Fish and Game guys were like, fuck, what's going on?
I had heard through the whistleblowers that one of Joe's tacks that he would take against me would be to drug me with ketamine, which is a paralyzing agent, so that they could put me into the back of a car and drive me out into a swamp where they could cut my body into pieces.
What the heck?
Apparently I chickened the fuck out. and didn't make it there. Started partying instead.
What?
I was pretty fucking scatterbrained. It's fucked up the way things happen, but they happen out for the best.
At that point, the case stopped. Glover ended up in a totally different state.
In murder for hire, the federal prosecutors don't want to bring a case unless it's rock solid. And to get to that point, things have to happen like
So
transfer
he just
of money.
skated by, barely. Yeah.
Plot stopped with Glover, but the feds wanted me to put in a undercover agent. I picked him up, we rode in my car. I was like, hey, Joe, this is my guy. This is the guy who will whack Carol for you.
They set him up?
Really? How much?
They did discuss various details. Mr. Passage should buy some burner phones, or that Mr. Passage should obtain an unregistered pistol from a flea market, and that he would pay him some upfront money.
We started out at $5,000 down and then $5,000 when she's dead. Well, let me sell some tigers and I'll get you $10,000. He was negotiating. He was trying to get the best deal.
They discussed in detail. Follow her into a parking lot, cap her, and drive off.
So he set that up, basically. And he probably got his charges wiped.
The government doesn't have any evidence that Mr. Passage actually obtained any of the phones or the pistol, and certainly that he did not give any money to the undercover agent.
Then why is he in jail?
When we came back here from Las Vegas, I had one of my semi-daily conversations with James Garrettson, because we were kind of close at the time. We talked quite a bit.
I told Jeff some things that were in confidence.
Like what?
I said, you know, I'm working undercover with the feds and fishing game.
Why would you tell him that?
I told him that they already knew about the plan to kill Carol Baskin. They knew everybody involved.
And I said, why haven't they come to me? And he says, they want to.
I asked him if he wanted to cooperate, and he said,
I'm dying to talk to him and tell him what I know.
Yeah, I bet.
When Jeff Lowe got in trouble in Las Vegas, he was looking at jail time there and a big fine. I promise you he's trying to squash that bullshit in Las Vegas by feeding them Joe. I mean, there's a motive behind their madness, I promise you.
But because he didn't commit the overt act of actually paying, they had to wait. The day before Alan left, Joe paid him to go kill Carol.
So he was paid.
James brought the FBI, and I started spilling my guts. The feds had me call Alan and try to find out Alan's side of the story.
This is such a mess.
Well, he's supposed to give me $5,000 cash to leave with.
But it's your understanding when he gave you that money, he did it for the purpose of you going down.
He gave him the
Tampa
money,
and killing
but I
Carol
think
Baskin.
he...
Yeah, he gave me $3 grand. He's supposed to get $5,000, but he only got $3. But that wasn't about the fucking money. It was about fucking him over.
He took the money and ran home, I think, is what happened. So he did pay.
Alan's Jeff's right-hand man. This makes no sense to all this. I'm gonna hire a $3,000 crackhead to kill her?
Yeah.
But I knew something was gonna come down sooner or later because Jeff and James was con artist buddies.
The government did not know that Mr. Glover had in fact been given money by Mr. Passage, that he had given him a cell phone with photos of Carol Baskin. None of that was known to the government until July of 2018. That was obviously new information, and we indicted him.
He said, at 10:45, I pull into the hospital parking lot, park the truck, and as I'm approaching the main entrance, 5 cars and trucks surround me, and one Gulf Breeze officer screams, "Get on the ground." 3 large officers kneel on my back, and all you can see is the barrel of the gun. Somehow, someway, I'm going to make this up to you. I've never been more proud of being married to anyone as I am of you. Let's hope. Let's hope this all works out in Oklahoma. Just never forget I love you.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
Today, Joseph Schreibvogel Maldonado Passage, also known as Joe Exotic, was arrested for seeking to hire someone to murder me. We are enormously grateful to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the FBI, for the many months of incredibly hard work.
They strip you butt naked, put you in a 6 by 8 foot concrete room with no windows, no blankets, no nothing. I am supposed to be in this country, born, raised, innocent until proven guilty, and I have been stripped of my clothes, my rights, my identity, my dignity.
We are starting fresh, all brand new stuff, brand new attitudes, new employees. The reputation of this zoo will be just dragged through the mud with this whole Joe fiasco. I want to get away from this Joe Exotic haunted place. So we're building a new zoo.
Where does he get the money for all that? Yeah, what?
Yeah, I was involved in like, holy fucking shit. They went in there and took my story like 3 different times to make sure it was fucking accurate before they took it to the grand jury or whatever the hell it is. And all I did was, like Jeff told me to do, is just come and tell them exactly what the fuck happened. And thank God I did. I'd be sitting in there with...
Oh God, that'd be his worst nightmare.
Yeah. Let me show and tell the whole thing, because then you'll get it. Then you'll say, Jesus fucking Christ, why are you in jail?
What else can they show us that we have not seen? So, the way I see it is, like we said, Joe put in his trust in Alan Glover, even though Alan hates him, gave him $3,000 to go to Florida to kill Carol, only to find out he took that money, went back home, and bought crack, basically.
Wow.
And went to strip clubs.
Or coke or whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever it was. But, like he said, that was the best decision he ever made because he'd be in jail with Joe right now if he didn't do that.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I just can't believe, according to these clips, Jeff and Alan Glover and that pervo guy are still building yet another zoo to slap another name on it.
Yeah, I need to know what happens with that.
I would run so fast. Right? Wouldn't you?
Yeah. I wouldn't have anything to do with any of that.
Yeah. But we'll see if that zoo actually gets built.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they're building a $4 million zoo. Where do they get $4 million?
I don't know. Guess we'll have to find out.
So we have 2 episodes left?
I think.
Or is it 1 and then the interviews?
I think 1 and then the interviews, but yeah. Let us know what you thought in the comments and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.